Dear friends, this year, living under the shadow of COVID-19, choices seem to have vanished for many of us. We can't choose where we go, how we work, and how we celebrate with our friends, our families. We should be celebrating the just ended decade on desertification, for example. But as people suffer and as jobs and income are lost, we at the UN Convention to Combat Desertification instead extend our deepest sympathies to everyone affected. While some of our choices and freedoms have been temporarily curtailed, we have not lost all power and influence. We can still make some important choices. If we take care of nature, nature will take care of us. We need nature. Nature does not need us. If we intrude into nature's wild spaces and degrade the land, we can expect more zoonotic diseases to emerge. We can expect the services land provides us with, healthy food, clean air and water, to disappear. In our globalized world, the food we eat, the feed for our livestock, and the fiber for our clothes impact land thousands of miles away. Each of us hold the power to protect the land for each choice we make in our daily lives. And we can still choose to protect nature. By doing so, we in fact protect our future. The food we lose or waste every year uses 1.4 billion hectares. By wasting food, we indeed waste land and water. We waste our biological resources. We emit carbon. We jeopardize the future of new generations. In most cases, how much food we waste is entirely our choice. The land used to graze and produce grains to feed animals make up 80% of agricultural land. But we can choose a more balanced diet. By 2030, the fashion industry is expected to use 35% more land, much of it to grow materials for cheap and throwaway fashion. But we can choose that shirt or those jeans more carefully. Those choices do not diminish our quality of life. On the contrary, they improve it. A new social contract for nature would see humankind committed to building back better, smarter, and stronger in the years to come. If we choose to work in harmony with nature, we will avert land degradation. We will curb our emissions. We will reverse biodiversity loss. If we choose to restore the land rather than destroying it, we can create jobs and opportunities. If, like us, you are inspired by the 80 countries that have pledged to restore 400 million hectares by 2030, you can choose to support communities restore their land. By doing so, you restore hope too. Your choices matter, and no choice is too small. Thank you.
Hello and welcome to the Desertification and Drought Day Global Online Talk Show with the UNCCD and the Korea Forest Service. Are you ready? First, we will connect with Ibrahim Thiaw, Executive Secretary of the United Nations Convention to Combat Desertification, to hear the significance of this important global event. You are the head of the United Nations Convention to Combat Desertification. Could you tell us exactly what you do?
Land is the main source of our income. Land is the main source of our food. Land provides us with water and air, and it provides us with the clothes, even though we don't necessarily understand the links between textile and land. Land is our everyday life, so it is therefore important that we take care of it. The amount of land degradation in the world is so huge that many parties, 197 parties, almost unanimously in the world, we have now parties that have negotiated and are implemented the Convention to Combat Desertification, which means that each of the 197 parties has a commitment to protect land in their territories.
This may seem like an obvious question, but why does this matter?
It matters, as I said, land is our life. Land is water. Land is air, the air we breathe. Land is the food we eat. 99.7% of our calories are coming from land. Therefore, it is essential for our life.
You say that a lot of people have forgotten why the land is important. Does this mean we haven't been managing it well?
We have not been managing our land properly. We have taken it for granted that the land and the resources in the land are limitless. With the population growth on one hand and with the economic growth on the other hand, we have overexploited our land. We have basically used the capital instead of using just the income we are generating every year. So it is important that we live within the limits of our budget. We don't overspend on our budget. In the same way, we should not be overspending on the amount of land we should be using every year.
What kind of problem is land degradation causing?
It is basically provoking migration in the world. People have to move from one area to another. You have seen many people migrating to cities, migrating to neighboring countries, and further afield. Land degradation is also affecting our security. When people fight for access to land and water, when people compete for the limited land and the resources that are out there, especially in areas where the resources are scarce, it is a problem. We also have seen people fighting where the resources are, when the land is rich. So governance is certainly one of the issues we should be looking at. Land is affecting the way we produce and the way we consume. We produce too much and we consume too much and we waste too much. What I mean by that is that we can feed the entire population in the world today without having to over-harvest our resources. We waste 1/3 of the food we produce without eating it. We just painfully produce it just to waste or lose 1/3 of it. Now, if you do not understand how it means 1.4 billion hectares of land that we are wasting every year. It means that we are wasting our biodiversity, we are wasting our water, and we are emitting carbon that is unnecessarily going to the atmosphere. So we are destabilizing the planet for just producing and wasting. So that production and consumption pattern of ours is not sustainable.
I imagine the countries signed up your convention are doing something, but what can ordinary citizens do?
A lot. When you say countries, the countries do not exist. What exists is the citizens that live in those countries. So each citizen, just as you have your voting card and you matter, you are also a consumer, therefore you matter. Because whatever you do will have an impact on the planet. Whether you decide to just buy a cloth, wear it once and throw it away, you are making a statement. And this is a consumption pattern. Whether you are buying food in bulk, using part of it and throwing away the rest, you are making a statement. Whether you are cooking food and not eating it and throw it away, whilst 800 million people are still living in hunger, it is your choice. So we are citizens of the world. That does mean that we are basically custodians of the planet, and this planet is ours. And therefore, it is important that we take care. And to think that presidents, heads of states, ministers can do something meaningful without your contribution is a false idea. It is important that we all consider that we are actors, and therefore our choices matter.
Thank you very much, Executive Secretary Ibrahim Thiaw.
The health of humanity depends on the health of the planet. Today, our planet is ailing. Land degradation affects some 3.2 billion people. 70% of the world's land has been transformed by human activity. We can reverse this trend and bring solutions to a wide range of challenges, from forced migration and hunger to climate change. In Africa's Sahel region, the Great Green Wall is transforming lives and livelihoods from Senegal to Djibouti. By restoring 100 million hectares of degraded land, food security is maintained, households kept afloat, and jobs created. Such efforts bring back biodiversity, reduce the effects of climate change, and make communities more resilient. All told, the benefits outweigh the costs tenfold. On this Desertification and Drought Day, I call for a new contract for nature. Through international action and solidarity, we can scale up land restoration and nature-based solutions for climate action and the benefit of future generations. By doing so, we can deliver on the Sustainable Development Goals and leave no one behind.
박정호 산림청장님 안녕하세요.
예, 안녕하세요.
오늘 함께 이 자리에 해주셔서 대단히 감사합니다.
예, 반갑습니다.
네. 세계 사막화와 가뭄의 날이라는 뜻깊은 국제 행사가 한국에서 개최됩니다. 오늘 DNDD 기념식의 한국 개최 배경 및 의미는 어떻게 되나요?
예, 우리 한국이 전 세계적으로 그 빠른 경제 성장하고 그 황폐했던 산을 이렇게 푸르게 만든 세계에서 유일한 우리 한 나라로 저희들이 평가를 받고 있어요. 그래서 저희들이 이 황폐했던 산림을 이렇게 푸르게 한 그런 경험과 노하우를 이제 이렇게 국제사회에 이제 뭐 이렇게 공유하고 나름대로 저희들이 여러 가지 ODA 사업을 통해서 국제사를 통해서 좀 공헌하려고 하는 그런 의미를 가지고 있고, 어쨌든 여러 가지 이제 코로나 때문에 국제협력이나 이런 부분들이 여러 가지 어려운 부분이 있는데, 그 산림이라는 것은 삶의 질과 건강과도 굉장히 밀접한 관계도 있고, 코로나 때문에 어려움을 겪는 게 숲을 통해서 어떤 뭐 치유력이나 이런 거를 위해서도 산림 분야에 대한 국제협력은 더욱더 중요하고 앞으로도 그렇게 활성화되기를 기대하고 있습니다.
네.
예.
그러면 한국 정부가 사막화 방지를 위해 하고 있는 활동들을 소개해 줄 수 있어요?
아시아 지역에서는 저희들이 아포코라는 아시아 산림협력기구를 통해서 그 회원국들의 사막화 방지에 관련된 부분들, 아니면 생태 복원에 관련된 부분들을 하고 있고, 몽골 같은 데는 그 몽골의 고비 사막이나 이런 데서 저희들이 그린벨트 조성 사업이라고 해서 약 한 3,000헥타르를 2007년부터 2016년까지 1단계 사업을 하고 현재 지금 2단계 사업을 하고 있습니다. 그리고 국제적으로 대표적으로 우리 세계 사막화 방지 협약인 UNCCD의 저희 이제 산림청이 포컬 포인트거든요. 그래서 UNCCD하고 함께 PFI라고 Peace Forest Initiative 사업을 현재 에디오피아에서 첫 번째 매칭으로 해서 진행을 하고 있습니다.
네, 대한민국이 국제사회에서 핵심적으로 추진하는 국제협력 활동은 무엇이 있나요?
한 2010년도 이전에는 주로 양자 부분에 이렇게 집중을 돼 있어서 저희들이 이제 30개 국가하고 이게 양자 협력을 해서 2년간 그 바이레터럴 미팅을 해서 산림 분야에 우리가 가지고 있는 또 우리 상대 파트너 국가가 가지고 있는 이제 뭐 생태 관광이나 이런 부분들을 서로 공유를 해서 기후변화 대응에 따른 산림 분야의 역할이라든가 또 생태 관광이라든가 지역 로컬 커뮤니티 쪽의 어떤 그 삶의 질, 뭐 경제적인 환경 개선 이런 것들을 좀 해오고 있고, 다자 측면에서는 아까 말씀드린 이제 UNCCD를 통해서 하는 부분, 그 다음에 아포코라는 아시아 산림협력교를 하는 부분, 그리고 FAO를 통해서 거기 산림 분야에서 랜드스케이프 리스토레이션 프로그램이 지금 FAO에서 하고 있는데, 그것도 같이 그렇게 해서 두 가지로 그렇게 하고 있습니다.
네, 앞으로 그 활동들이 굉장히 기대가 됩니다.
예, 예.
네. 그래서 마지막으로 앞으로의 한국 정부가 국제 산림 협력을 위해 가지고 있는 계획은 어떻게 됩니까?
우리가 전 세계적으로 몇 안 되는 이렇게 남북 문제가 있어요. 이제 접경 지역에서 분쟁 때문에 여러 가지 이제 산림 환경도 훼손이 되고 그런 것들이 있어서 이 PFI라는 그 이니셔티브를 가지고 분쟁 지역에서 이 산림을 통해서 뭔가 이렇게 평화 분위기를 만들어서 그것이 이제 그 산림 환경 개선하고 또 양국 간의 어떤 경제 환경 이런 것들을 개선하는 쪽에 조금 더 집중을 그렇게 하고 싶습니다. 그리고 내년도에 5월 24일부터 5월 28일까지 그 6년 만에 개최되는 세계 산림총회를 저희 한국에서 개최를 하고 있습니다. 그래서 그 부분에 저희들이 지금 모든 준비를 철저히 좀 준비를 하고 있고, 뭐 이제 코로나가 뭐 조만간 이제 마무리되면 본격적인 이제 저희들이 이제 초청장이라든가 여러 가지 그런 부분들을 그 FAO하고 같이 이제 협의해서 준비를 할 계획으로 있습니다.
네, 앞으로 정말 많은 활동들이 준비를 해가고 있는
예.
것 같은데요. 박종우 산림청장님 대단히 감사합니다.
예, 고맙습니다.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, today we celebrate the World Day to Combat Desertification and Drought, a UN Day dedicated to commemorating the United Nations Convention to Combat Desertification. Every year, more than 1.2 million hectares of land undergo desertification. To put this size into perspective, I would like to point out that the total land area of England is 1.3 million hectares. In addition, more than 1.5 billion people are affected by the consequences of desertification and land degradation. Reckless human activities such as irresponsible economic developments have been destroying our precious forests and jungles, which absorb mass amounts of greenhouse gases. Moreover, the destruction of natural habitats not only threatens biodiversity, but also increases contact between wild animals and humans, thereby raising the likelihood of humans contracting animal-borne infectious diseases. I need not tell you of the dangers of such diseases, as we are currently battling fiercely against the COVID-19 pandemic. There is no denying that the degradation and desertification of land is a critical issue that has a direct impact on humanity. It is an issue of climate, health, and our imminent survival. Therefore, it is crucial that the international community as a whole gathers efforts and unites responses to solve this global challenge. In 2015, the United Nations unanimously adopted the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development, including the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, based on global consensus. In particular, SDG 15, Land on Life, focuses on the sustainable management of all ecosystems on land, including forest, combating deforestation and desertification, reversing land degradation, and halting biodiversity. The United Nations Convention to Combat Desertification introduces the concept of land degradation neutrality, or LDN, as a major implementation tool of SDG 15. With that, I ask all of you to be mindful of the World Day to Combat Desertification and Drought, and recognize the importance of healthy production and consumption that is in line with the principles of LDN. Together, we can make a better world and provide hope and support to those who are suffering from the consequences of desertification and drought. I'd like to conclude by addressing the hardships and troubles caused by the ongoing global pandemic. We are faced with challenging times, but I'm confident that we can overcome this difficult time with patience and courage. Let us stand by each other and prevail over the COVID-19 crisis together. Let us work together to make our world sustainable for our future generations. Thank you.
Hello everyone, Namaste. I'm Ricky Cage. I'm a musician, I'm an environmentalist, and today I'm speaking to you as the UNCCD Land Ambassador. Now, the land we walk on is something that we always take for granted. We grow our food, we store our water, we build our homes on this land, we take and take from this land, but we very seldom give back and conserve. I was truly honored to create an anthem for the UNCCD, a land anthem. And it was an absolute privilege to collaborate with my fellow land ambassador, the living legend from Senegal, Baba Mal. We recorded the song together last year during the COP14 in India, and we are thrilled to present this song to you today. And joining us performing this song are Lonnie Park from New York, Wouter Kellerman, the Grammy Award winner from South Africa, and IP Singh from Mumbai. Land restoration will ensure prosperity, and it is the cheapest solution to mitigating the effects of climate change. Now, more than ever, we need to celebrate the joy of life because after all, we are all born from the land. Here is Born from the Land.
We all want to know we'll always have a home, a solid ground beneath our feet. The earth we walk upon, build our homes upon, she can provide our every need. But we need to stop and look around and marvel at all its beauty. Let's celebrate the joy of life. Oh, we're born from the land. Oh, you and I and all of life. Oh, we're born from the land. Let's celebrate the joy of life. Oh, we're born from the land. Oh, you and I and all of life. Oh, we're born from the land.
Someone died, you lady ma. Someone died, lady ma. Someone died, you lady ma. Someone died, lady ma. Ada ya patepe mada, ada darna kalamo, ada rema nyam rema.
Oh, let's celebrate the joy of life. Oh, we're born from the land. Oh, you and I and all of life. Oh, we're born from the land. Yes, we are.
ਦੇਖਦਾ ਜ਼ਰਾ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਜੋ ਵੀ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਤੇਰੇ ਪੈਰਾਂ ਦੇ ਹੈ ਥੱਲੇ ਪਿਆ ਸੋਚਦਾ ਜ਼ਰਾ ਉਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਹੋ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਹੋਵੇ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦਿਲ ਤੇਰਾ
Let's celebrate the joy of life. We're born from the land. Oh, you and I and all of life. Oh, we're born from the land. Yes, we are. Let's celebrate the joy of life. Oh, we're born from the land. Oh, you and I and all of life. Oh, we're born from the land. Born from the land.
Hello, UNCCD Land Ambassador, Mr. Kwon Byung-hyun. Thank you for being here with us today. It is a great pleasure having you.
Hello, Olivia.
So we are here today as part of the DNDD Global event. What made you decide to plant trees in a desert that is unfamiliar to Korea?
Yes. Well, back in 1998, in the early spring, I arrived in Beijing, China, as Korean ambassador. This was daytime, but thick yellow sandstorm arrived. And even daytime, I have to make light on and using the wiper. Yes, it was kind of shock to me. And the following day, the next day, I got a telephone call from my daughter living in Seoul, Korea, saying, "Daddy, we got a thick sandstorm arriving from China. We cannot stand it." Yes, that call alone awakened me. Oh, it is not merely the problem of China.
Right.
It is problem of my daughter, my family, even my country, Korea. Yes, it prompted me to propose to my Chinese counterpart, okay, we have the common problem. Let's plant trees in the desert where sandstorm arising. We finally started planting trees in desert together.
Now, could you explain about the activities done by Future Forest in an effort to fight against deforestation and land degradation?
Yes, well, soon after retirement from my official duty, it was 2000 years, I organized Future Forest and also organizing Green Co. And we started several projects. First of all, the first one is Great Green Wall Project. You know, in huge dust bowl in the northwestern China. It is moving from the west to the east, you know, to the direction of the Beijing. Yes. So my proposal was to construct one great green wall in the easternmost part of that dust bowl. Yes. Actually, it was nobody believed it could make it, but finally we have made it. That's called the Great Green Wall Project. The second one is Eco Village. As I told, you know, there were so many desert villages destroyed by desertification. So my project was to rehabilitate the old village in the desert, but totally destroyed, and all the villages went out. Actually, Eco Village project is to construct, rehabilitate the village, the second one. The third one is Green Core. Green Core is the green young generation, consists of young generation to make the kind of the activist, movement activists to save the earth. It is totally made of the young generations.
So volunteers decide to join.
Starting from first the Korean and Chinese, now it is expanding globally. Even the Harvard University students and the African students came.
We mentioned about the Green Core, right? Could you develop a little bit more about the activities the volunteers are doing? I heard that it's a yearly basis planting tree activity.
Yes. In the early springtime, the first thing for Future Forest to organize is Green Co. Annually, we recruit around 100 young students. So Green Co have been for last 19 years. Altogether, we might have around the 10,000 Green Co members scattered all around the world now.
So as a UNCC land ambassador and representative of Future Forest, what are the plans for achieving LDN, so-called land desertification neutrality?
Oh, yes. Well, in light of my experience of 10 years as the dry land ambassador and the first champion of sustainable land management, it is not that easy to do it alone, myself, or to do it alone, the Future Forest. That's why it's prompted me that there are so many wonderful CSOs scattered around the world. They are genuinely motivated to save the earth, and they have their own, everybody has their own expertise. However, they are divided, fragmented. That's why their powers not gathered into one huge momentum. That's why my first mission is to make all the scattered CSOs momentum into one umbrella, one logo, Global CSOs Alliance, in order to make it united, in order to make our voice be heard to the UN, to the big brothers of the big money, to make the meaningful contribution to save the earth. That is, I think, my first mission to do as land ambassador of the UNCCD.
Thank you very much, Ambassador, for your time and for your insights, and also for your devotion to combat desertification and land degradation.
Thank you, Olivia.
안녕하세요. 중식을 전문으로 하고 있는 이연복 셰프입니다. 또한 뷔페에 가서 이렇게 보면 너무 과한 욕심에 음식을 정말 많이 갖다 놓으시고 나중에 다 못 드시고 일어나실 때 그런 광경을 봤을 때 정말 안타깝습니다. 우리가 조금 더 욕심을 줄이고 적당한 양을 갖다 드신다면 음식물 쓰레기를 줄이는데 크게 일조할 수 있지 않나 이렇게 생각됩니다. 여러분 많은 협조 부탁드립니다. 감사합니다.
네, 여러분 안녕하세요. 노래하는 폴킴입니다. 2월 17일은 세계 산악화 및 가뭄의 날이라고 합니다. 요즘 여러 환경 문제로 산악화가 가속되고 있는데요. 저도 작은 도움이 되고자 일회용품을 사용을 줄인다거나 냉난방기 온도를 적정 온도로 유지하고 있습니다. 여러분들도 작은 생활 습관 만드셔서 도움이 됐으면 좋겠고요. 세계 산악화 및 가뭄의 날 많은 관심을 갖고 작은 도움, 작은 실천들을 이어나갈 수 있으면 좋겠습니다. 감사합니다.
안녕하세요. 저는 한국에서 셰프 겸 푸드 칼럼니스트로 활동하고 있는 박준우라고 합니다. 음식을 만드는 일은 굉장히 즐거운 일이지만은 그 과정에서 적지 않은 음식물 쓰레기가 나오기도 합니다. 그렇기 때문에 음식을 보관하고 음식을 구매할 때 조금 더 생각하고 음식을 조리할 때 적당한 양으로 만드는 것이 중요하지 않을까 생각합니다.
Hello everyone, this is Junjin Lee,
Seoul, and Da.
and we are from
Korea.
Single-use products are now a part of life, and I'm embarrassed to confess you, I've been thinking I couldn't live without them. So these days, my family is committed to take actions to reduce the use of disposable products in our everyday life. I always carry tumblers or water bottles for myself, and using bioproduct food waste processor, I no longer stuff in food waste in plastic bags and throw them away.
I collect some plastic bottles and boxes and papers to make craft.
And since kids are growing too fast, when kids outgrow their toys and outfits,
I collect them, pass on to my friends.
we dare to say our and your efforts will have exponential impacts to sustain our environment.
Please join us in this effort. By doing this, we can make the earth green and blue.
들어주셔서 감사합니다.
Thank you for listening.
Namaskaram, greetings to all of you at UNCCD. One fundamental that most human beings have forgotten is that we are not different from the land that we walk upon. We are just a small outcrop of this earth. If the soil loses its strength, our bodies will also weaken, not just in terms of nourishment and the nutritional value of the food that we consume, but in a very fundamental way. This means the next generation that we produce will be less than us. When we produce a generation which is less than ourselves, that is a crime against humanity. There is no way to maintain the richness of the soil, to manage the biodiversity that exists in the soil without constantly adding organic material to the soil. Right now, we're taking away a whole lot of it in the form of agricultural crops, but there is no addition. We are trying to manage our crops by just adding salts that we call as fertilizers. Without having substantial amount of green litter from the trees and the animal waste, there is no way we can revive this soil. It is important that we understand soil is the basis of who we are, and the best way to do this is, we have to put at least 50 to 60% of the world's soil under tree shade. That is when the organic content in the soil will be maintained, and for this to happen, it is important that we must partner with the farmers, not just looking for wastelands. It is important that we partner with the agricultural activity so that at least 30% of human diet should come from trees. Only then we will be able to manage the fertility of the soil for future generations. Right now, of the 51 million square kilometers of land that is being used for agriculture on the planet, nearly 40 million square kilometers is being used just to raise animals and to raise feed for them. So this means nearly 77% of the agricultural land is just being used to service the requirement of meat consumption for human beings. If we drop our meat consumption by 50%, 20 million square kilometers of land would become free for tree plantation. Tree plantation not just in a wild way, in a strategic way we can do it, that substantial amount of our food and also the animal food can come from the trees. This is very important to do at this juncture if we want to manage the richness and the fertility of the soil. Soil is the basis of our future. We may be talking about economies, we may be talking about stock markets, we may be talking about steel production, of oil production. Well, all this is fine, but the most important thing for the well-being of the future generations is these 39 inches of soil across the planet, on an average, 39 inches of topsoil. If we manage this soil with very rich organic content and biodiversity, that is where the future of humanity rests, and the mission on which the UNCCD is the most important mission. This has to become a very significant force in every nation across the planet. Just being within the UN is not important. This has to become the agenda for every government in the world. This has to become the main agenda for every one of us to see that we offer a rich soil to the next generation. Without this, we are depriving them of future.
Bonjour, je suis Alfadi, créateur de mode et du Sahel. Je participe à la lutte contre la désertification et la sécheresse à travers la promotion d'une agriculture et d'un élevage et d'une chaîne de production durable de fibres et d'autres matériaux que nous utilisons pour la fabrication des chaussures et des vêtements. La journée de lutte contre la désertification et la sécheresse met en évidence la part que joue notre consommation croissante, notamment à travers la dégradation des terres et le changement climatique. Nous devons changer urgemment notre mode de consommation et de production. Si je me responsabilise en tant qu'acteur de l'industrie de la mode, je suis aussi engagé en tant que consommateur. Transformer notre mode de consommation est un effort commun qui nous permettra d'influencer la participation politique et commerciale afin de protéger nos terres et nos ressources naturelles. Je vous remercie.
최근 환경에 대한 관심이 증가하면서 전략과 재활용을 키워드로 하는 친환경 경제 모델인 순환경제가 주목받고 있습니다. 순환경제란 것은 첫째, 자원을 전략해서 배출되는 쓰레기의 양을 줄이고, 두 번째는 사용한 자원을 다시 사용할 수 있게 하는 이 경제 시스템을 말하는 건데요. 전략과 재활용, 좀 더 쉽게 말하면 아껴 쓰고 다시 쓰자는 개념입니다. 과거에 자원을 사용하면 버리는 이런 직선 형태가 아닌 재활용을 해서 사용하는 형태로 지속 가능함을 추구하는 데 초점을 맞추고 있습니다.
하나 하겠습니다. 네. 일단 어쨌건 이 리케시미어라는 회사를 운영하게 되면 그냥 기본적인 것부터 듣고 싶어요.
네.
어떻게 시작을 하셨어요?
원래 저는 몽골에서 약 3년 동안 살았었어요. 실제로 많은 기간 동안 사막에서 유목민들하고 같이 살았었는데요. 당시에는 모 정부기관의 국제협력요원이라는 봉사활동으로 몽골에 가게 됐었고, 주로 나무를 심는 일을 했었어요. 당시에 그래서 제 이웃 주변이 전부 이제 유목민들이었고, 그렇게 방목을 통해서 생활을 유지하고 있었던 분들이었는데요. 이분들하고 함께 르케시미어라는 브랜드를 만들고 있습니다. 캐시미어는 염소의 목부터 배꼽까지 나는 털이고요. 추운 겨울을 견디기 위해 이 속털이 자라고 3월, 4월이 되면 저절로 빠지게 됩니다. 그래서 이 저절로 빠지는 털을 유목민들이 일일이 빗으로 채취해서 나오는 건데요. 이게 이제 굉장히 적게 나오기 때문에 굉장히 고가로 팔릴 수 있는 부분이 있어요. 하지만 이제 캐시미어 수요가 늘어나니까 과잉 방목을 하게 되고, 그리고 이제 가축의 수가 많아지니까 또 풀은 많이 뜯어먹게 되고, 그래서 이제 사막으로 변하고, 이 사막이 또 황사를 일으키고, 황사를 일으키다 보니 또 미세먼지가 생기고 해서 국가 간의 환경 갈등도 막 생기게 되는 거예요. 실제로 이분들은 본인들이 살 터전을 잃고 국가적으로는 황사가 발생하고 하는 여러 가지 문제들이 얽혀 있는 것입니다. 저희가 처음엔 6가구와 함께, 유목민 가구와 함께 프로젝트를 시작했었는데요. 약속을 했어요. 우리가 지금 현재는 중간 업자들이 많이 폭리를 취해서 이런 원료들을 가져가니 우리가 계획 수매하듯이 온전한 대가를 드리고 수매를 할 테니 우리하고 약속을 하자. 첫 번째, 초지가 감당할 수 있는 가축의 수를 계산했어요. 그래서 우리 수를 알려드리고, 그리고 지역을 A, B, C로 나눠서 순환 방목을 하게 했어요. 그러니까 올해는 A 지역에서만 방목을 하고, 그리고 B 지역으로 내년에 이동을 하면 A 지역에서 충분히 풀이 자라는 시간을 갖게 되잖아요. 그래서 이런 것들을 이분들이 잘 지켜주셨어요. 그리고 세 번째로는 동물에게 친화적으로 저절로 빠지는 털만 온전히 잘 이렇게 모을 수 있도록 하는 그런 교육을 했고요. 그래서 이 3가지 부분을 같이 이제 생산자분들하고 시작을 했고, 지금은 저희가 이런 활동을 한 지 6년이 되었는데 6년 동안 약 292 가족과 함께 이러한 활동을 같이 진행하고 있어요. 그래서 이분들 입장에서는 제대로 된 값을 받고 이러한 방목을 그대로 유지할 수 있고, 이제 지구적인 차원에서는 조금이나마 사막화가 덜 되게 하는, 그래서 사막화가 덜 돼서 국가 간의 환경 갈등도 덜 일어나는 그런 것들을 좀 목표로 하고 진행을 하고 있습니다. 네, 저희가 생각하는 요즘에 이제 지속 가능함이라는 말이 굉장히 많이 쓰이고 있는데요. 제가 생각할 때는 지속 가능함이라는 2가지 차원이 있는 것 같아요. 우리를 둘러싼 지구와 환경을 지속 가능하게 하는 부분이 있고, 또 우리 스스로 인간 자체들을 지속 가능하게 하는 이 바깥의 부분과 내면의 부분이 있을 것 같은데요. 인간의 모든 활동은 환경에 해가 될 수밖에 없죠. 하지만 얼마나 덜 해가 되고 환경에, 그리고 우리를 둘러싼 동물들에게도 덜 해가 되고, 그리고 어떤 제품과 서비스를 만들었을 때 그 과정에 참여하는 모든 분들에게 온전한 대가가 돌아가는지가 저는 지속 가능성의 핵심이라고 생각해요. 그래서 이러한 활동들을 소비자분들 잘 아시고, 또 그러한 것들을 실제로 행동으로 옮기는 그런 문화가 확산됐을 때 지속 가능성도 이렇게 제대로 지켜질 수 있다고 생각을 합니다.
지금 잘 지켜지고 있나요, 지속 가능?
저희 사실은 제 티셔츠에 What is your sustainable habit이라고 적혀 있는데요. 당신의 지속 가능한 습관은 무엇입니까?라고 적혀 있는데, 저희 르케시미어 브랜드가 하고 있는 캠페인이에요. 우리들부터 지킬 수 있는 습관을 하나씩 만들어 나가는 게 굉장히 중요한 것 같고요. 예.
옷이 좀 울어서.
네. 지속 가능한 습관을 정의하는 것도 뭔가 당장 환경에 뭔가 도움이 되고 이런 것보다도 이제 각자의 접근하는 습관들이 정의들이 다를 것 같은데 이런 부분들을 정확하게 고민해보고 또 전 지구적으로 이런 문화가 확산되어야지만 이룩할 수 있다라고 생각을 합니다. 예.
많은 지속 가능 패션 브랜드들이 있는데요. 레코드만의 특징은 세 가지로 말씀드릴 수 있어요. 그래서 한 가지는 저희는 의류의 재고를 가지고 다시 업사이클링하는 방식으로 디자인을 하고 있습니다. 그래서 이런 재고들로부터 해체를 하고 다시 재조합하는 과정에서 굉장히 독창적인 아이디어나 그리고 그 결과물이 굉장히 유니크한 디자인이 나와요. 그래서 이런 독특한 디자인이 저희의 특징이고요. 그리고 이 만드는 과정에서 저희 장인 선생님들 포함한 다양한 사회적 약자분들이 함께 하세요. 그래서 이 과정에서 저희가 이제 소셜적인 활동을 하고 있는 부분, 그리고 가장 이제 저희의 기본이라고 할 수 있는 옷의 재고를 다시 재활용하는 환경적인 측면에서 이런 환경을 보호한다는 그런 차원이 있습니다. 레코드라는 그 브랜드 네이밍에서부터 저희는 순환이라는 단어가 들어가 있어요. 그래서 저희가 re라는 단어가 있잖아요. 이 단어를 보면 저희가 런칭할 때 이런 재고의 재순환이라는 과정도 있고요. 이 재고가 다시 새로운 옷으로 탄생되고 이 탄생하는 과정에서 많은 부분들이 함께 한다라는 그 가치가 있습니다. 원재료를 다시 재사용하는 측면에서 이건 가치의 순환이라고 생각을 해요. 그래서 이렇게 탄생된 옷들이 다시 이제 가치로운 곳에서 판매가 되고 이런 가치 소비를 유도하는 것, 그리고 지금 현재 저희는 리폼이랑 리컬렉션이라는 그런 이제 서비스를 다시 런칭을 했어요. 그래서 이런 서비스를 통해서 내가 소비를 했지만 이 옷이 또 다시 다른 모습으로 또 다시 입을 수 있게 하는 이런 순환 제품의 그런 끝까지 순환되는 어떠한 형태까지 저희가 기획해서 이렇게 많은 소비자들에게 그 가치를 좀 알리려고 하고 있습니다. 이 빈티지 에코백들은 독일에서 날라왔는데 많은 프로모션용으로 사용되던 에코백들인데 굉장히 재밌고 독특한 그래픽들이 많아요. 그래서 이런 가방을 보면서 이게 저희가 새로 어떤 인쇄를 하지 않고 어떤 환경적인 오염 없이 다시 그대로 어떤 일부분이 옷에 사용되면 굉장히 좋은 디자인의 요소로 되겠다, 이런 아이디어가 나왔어요. 그래서 이렇게 모은 에코백을 깨끗하게 세척을 한 다음에 이런 부분을 저희가 선택을 해요. 그래서 어떤 부분이 그래픽적으로 조합이 되면 좋겠다 해서 그 부분을 선택을 한 후 잘라내서 티셔츠에 붙이죠. 붙이면 이런 식으로 어떤 가슴의 한 부분에 이런 그래픽이 들어갈 수 있고요. 이렇게 등의 한 부분에 이렇게 재미있는 그래픽이 올라갈 수 있는 이런 새로운 에코백 티셔츠가 탄생되는데, 이것에서 가장 특이한 점은 원래 에코백에서 이 그림이 빠져나오면 여기에 붙고 이 에코백은 또 다른 재고 원단으로 다시 마감을 하여 이렇게 세트로 구매를 하실 수 있어서 이렇게 세트가 되는 겁니다. 레코드가 5년 정도 전에 저희가 5년 전쯤에 저희 모여가지고 아이디어를 낸 게 하나 있는데요. 그때 그 당시 킴폭 테이블이라고 왜 기다란 테이블에 이렇게 가족들이 이제 친구들이 모여서 음식을 싸와서 이렇게 같이 나누는 그런 소셜 활동들이 있었잖아요. 그것처럼 우리가 이렇게 버려지는 자원이나 재료를 한 테이블에 모아놓고 뭔가 워크숍을 해보자. 뭔가 새로운 것들, 가치 있는 것들을 만들어 보자, 이렇게 해서 기획된 게 리테이블이라는 저희 무브먼트가 있습니다. 그래서 이런 무브먼트를 제안 드리고 싶은데요. 저희가 버려지는 이런 원폐 자재들 그리고 의류의 부자재들을 가지고 새로운 뭔가를 창조할 수 있는 그런 활동들이 있어요. 그래서 이런 거 많이 참여해 주시기를 저희가 추천드립니다.
저희가 1984년도에 그 민간 기업 차원에서의 그 나무 심기 캠페인을 시작을 했습니다. 매년 100만 그루의 나무를 심고 갖고 왔는데요. 지금 5,300만여 그루의 나무를 심거나 또 갖고 왔습니다. 그것이 첫 번째 작은 성과라고 할 수 있고요. 두 번째는 나무 심기 말고 이제 숲 가꾸기가 굉장히 필요했는데 1999년도에 IMF 때 저희가 숲 가꾸기가 어떻게 보면 환경 훼손, 자연 훼손이라는 인식이 있었는데 그거에 대한 인식을 이렇게 바꿔주는 작은 기여를 하지 않았나라는 생각도 갖고 있고요. 도시 속에 그 허브 역할을 하고 있는 학교들을 담장이나 운동장에 나무를 심는 일을 학교 숲이라고 하는데 그걸 1998년부터 시작을 해서 20여 년 동안 추진해 온 일도 굉장히 의미 있고 사회적인 반향을 일으켰다고 생각을 합니다. 몽골이 사막화나 사막화 건조화 지역이 90% 이상이라고 얘기를 들었습니다. 2003년도부터 저희는 몽골 정부로부터 나무를 심어달라는 요청이 있었고요. 울란바토르에서 한 350km 떨어진 북쪽에 세렝게주라는 곳이 있어요. 그곳에 2003년부터 매년 나무를 심어서 지금까지 2015년까지 3,250헥타? 한 1,000만 그루 이상의 나무를 심어왔습니다. 그것이 하나의 또 작은 성과라고 할 수 있고 2015년부터는 몽골 사회 내에서 최초로 숲가꾸기를 진행을 했습니다. 그것 또한 시범적인 어떤 사업 중에 하나였고요. 이를 통해서 사실은 몽골의 나무를 심는 것이 몽골을 위한 길이기도 하지만 또 다시 생각해 보면 한국에도 봄마다 이렇게 황사라든가 미세먼지의 영향 때문에 굉장히 많이 힘들어 하시잖아요. 그런 것들을 또 줄여나갈 수도 있고 어떻게 보면 몽골의 나무를 심는 것이지만 어떻게 보면 지구촌의 사막화 방지를 위한 작은 기여를 한 것이 아닌가라는 생각도 해보게 됩니다. 다른 제품보다 가장 먼저 기억이 나는 것 중에 하나가 기저귀 제품인데요. 기저귀는 사이즈가 좀 아이가 성장함에 따라 사용하지 못하게 되면 교환을 하게 돼서 그 교환 제품은 저희가 포장을 뜯지 않았지만 다시 재판매를 할 수 없습니다. 폐기물을 그동안에 소각하거나 폐기를 해왔는데요. 그거에 대해서 저희가 직원들이 자원봉사로 참여를 해서 재포장해서 지역사회에 꼭 필요한 분들에게 전달하는 그런 일을 하고 있습니다. 이건 어떻게 보면 폐기물에 대한 처리 비용뿐만 아니라 폐기물도 줄고 또 이산화탄소를 줄이는 그런 긍정적인 효과까지 있다고 저희는 생각을 하고 있습니다. 작년 같은 경우는 직원들이 한 195명 정도가 자원봉사로 참여를 했고요. 또 소비자 가격으로 한 2억 원 정도 상당히 되는 것 같습니다. 그뿐만 아니라 이게 물량으로 따지면 어린 아이들 한 1000여 명에게 3개월 정도 사용할 수 있는 분량이 된다고 생각하니까 또 가슴이 뿌듯합니다.
For us to attain 10% forest cover and mitigate climate change, we must act. And today I'd like to thank Seedballs Kenya for the donation of seed balls. They are 1,000 plus inside, which I'm going to plant during the lockdown. And wherever you are, take action, be a land hero. And together we will attain 10% forest cover and mitigate climate change. Remember, this is a decade of climate action and restoring our ecosystem. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Vanessa Nakate, and today I would like to talk about the link between land, biodiversity, and climate. When we destroy our land, in the end, we destroy the climate. For example, land can be destroyed in quite a number of ways. For example, cutting down of trees, that is deforestation. But remember, trees are large carbon sinks for us in the environment. So if we destroy the trees, if we cut down the trees, that means we are also affecting the climate. So as we fight for the climate, it is important to fight for the land as well, because it is the land that grows these trees. It is the land that grows our food. I'm working on a project that involves installation of stoves in schools and solar energy in schools. And these stoves, first of all, they ensure clean cooking for the students. So that means they have access to clean food, and the teachers also have access to clean food, hence boosting their energy while they're at school. And then the other thing, this stove greatly reduces on the amount of firewood that is used by the school in a term. For example, without the stove, a school is pushed to use 5 trucks of firewood in a term. But with the stove, a school will use 1.5 or 2 trucks of firewood for the term, hence saving 3 trucks of firewood, and that's quite a number of trees.
Green Hope Youth are engaging local communities all around the world. Suriname, the Middle East, the Bahamas, Bali, India, and Bangladesh to protect the land and its rich biodiversity through the preservation of mangrove ecosystems and by planting trees. We raise awareness through our advocacy workshops, engaging local youth through creative ways like music, art, dance, and drama. Then kayak into the mangroves, conducting cleanups to remove litter and plastic that choke and kill the mangroves, as well as cleanups of the villages within the mangrove forests. We plant and regenerate these fragile ecosystems, helping to restore them as natural barriers against cyclones. The plantation of mangroves, as well as of trees, is our way of reversing land degradation and combating desertification. Through all our actions, we have empowered local youth to conserve several thousand kilometers of mangrove ecosystems by planting over 5,000 mangroves across the world, as well as 58,000 trees globally, thereby making them land heroes.
The UNCCD recently launched the Land Heroes campaign on social media, inviting the youth to share solutions to limit the footprint that our production and consumption of food, feed, and fiber leave on the land. During 7 weeks, hundreds of land heroes from all around the world inspired their peers and raised awareness on land issues and its crucial role in protecting nature and fighting climate change. We are proud to announce today that one project will be awarded a prize of $500 to scale the initiative. The UNCCD is pleased to award this prize to Ciencia Magica, founded by Alondra Jasmine Fostro-Cardiel and Silvia Alejandra Lara Valdez. Concerned with improving food security, protecting the environment, and maintaining livelihoods in Mexico, they created a family garden kit to promote growing sustainable crops in cities and rural areas and reconnect humans with nature.
Brindamos al mercado un kit para la instalación de huertos, enseñando a niños y adultos a cultivar sus propios alimentos de manera sustentable, generando seguridad alimentaria. Por medio del manual de Ecología en Familia, nos encargamos de que conozcan los diferentes cuidados de los cultivos, pero que sobre todo observen el proceso de cómo una simple semilla puede transformarse en una planta y de una planta generar un alimento que llega a nuestro plato, valorando así cada vez más nuestros alimentos, evitando su desperdicio. Lo innovador de nuestro proyecto es que este huerto contiene un filtro biodegradable con semillas de moringa y carbón activado, donde nos encargamos de recuperar y tratar aguas residuales. Además, otra forma innovadora es que hemos elaborado biocápsulas de repelentes hechas a partir de diferentes plantas que actúan como repelentes de mosquitos.
You can learn about Ciencia Magica on Facebook. To discover the other land heroes, look for hashtag UNCCD Land Heroes and hashtag Food Feed Fiber on social media. Congratulations for your dedicated and passionate work towards a more sustainable planet.
Hola, mi nombre es Alondra Jasmine Fraustro-Cardiel. El día de hoy estoy muy feliz por compartirles esta gran noticia. Hemos recibido el premio Héroes de la Tierra, Land Heroes, por la Convención de las Naciones Unidas para combatir la desertificación. Para mí es muy emocionante representar a mi país y saber que nuestro proyecto está cruzando fronteras. Seguiremos compartiendo esta pasión por cuidar el planeta, promoviendo el cultivo de nuestros alimentos por medio de la instalación de huertos, logrando así un mundo mejor para todos, con más educación y una nutrición sustentable. Gracias por esta gran oportunidad. Seamos héroes del planeta y juntos afrontemos el cambio climático.
We have now invited 4 students in the studio to continue our talks. Let me start with a very general question. What do you think about current environmental issues? Shall we start with Changhan?
There is one thing I realized when I saw the clear sky and water from COVID-19 crisis. It's about what really makes the earth sick. I think that is a virus called human being. as a result, we face the problem of climate change like desertification proposed on Davos 2020 agenda. So as you know, we have destroyed ecosystem for centuries. So I think we will be destroyed by this climate change. So from now on, we have to pay more attention to environmental problem issues.
Yeah, that's very important. You just pinpoint the fact that the nations, the countries, have to be more committed to certain conventions that they signed. What do you think, Olga?
Yeah, I agree that multilateral initiatives are very important to tackle these issues that are affecting humanity, not just one nation, but humanity as a whole. But I also think that this awareness has to be implemented in the individual level too. We have to be aware that there are signs, worldwide signs that we cannot ignore. Every day there are more news, global news about environmental issues becoming more important. It's not about something that is just happening in one country. It's happening in all the world. We just have to see the news about Indonesia having this plastic waste is coming in on an unsustainable level, affecting actually the well-being of people and their life, their lifestyle and their life quality. So I think there are signs right now that we cannot ignore, and we have to start taking action now.
Absolutely. So we're all affected in some way or another, and I guess responsible consumption is very important here at all levels in our daily lives, right? Shall we continue?
Yeah, I totally go along with that. When we talk about the climate issues, I do appreciate the significance of one single individual's perceptions and attitudes in dealing with climate environment issues such as drought and desertification. Since the awareness is the key, the first step to solve problems.
And today is the DNDD Day event, you know, so here we are for tackling and mentioning about all these issues. Last but not least.
Yeah, I totally agree with you guys. And for me, it's very important that we're not forgetting about the little things in life because they matter so much. And we should start living a conscious lifestyle. Even with a little amount of resources, we can do it. Like with the little amount of resources as a student, I try to buy second-hand clothes, living a vegan lifestyle, or use transportation with the awareness to the environment. And so I really think that everyone can do it.
Right, absolutely. And I think that's not only a matter of resource, it's a matter about how you decide to what you buy, what you decide to spend, and if you want to buy eco-friendly or not, and etc. I think you are implying second-hand clothes, and etc. So next question is related to then what can we do to solve these environmental issues? Shall we start here?
Simple changes can be made in our daily life. For example, for myself, I don't really use disposable straws. I drink coffee a lot, but I just use my mug, and I purchase vegetables and fruits at a local market. As simple as that.
Right. So little steps that we can do in our everyday life to change and have a sustainable consumption.
Yeah, exactly. Like you said, it's. I mean, you're already talking about the little things in life which matters, right? Like I said before, and you should start thinking twice before, for example, using the transportation. I mean, if you have a long distance drive, just use carpool, share this distance with friends or with strangers you can trust. When you need new clothes, go to second-hand shops or to flea market. It's even like cheap and good quality. And even with the vegan lifestyle, you don't have to completely be vegan.
Right.
It's already a start if you live one day in the week without meat.
Exactly.
Like with the little amount of resources, you can do so much.
That's right.
Yeah, I agree with you guys' opinion that individual can make a change daily level, but if we want to make a bigger change, I think role of the government is very important. So government can make a change with a lot of things like institutionally or financially things.
Policies.
Yeah, policy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think government have to pay more attention to raise the awareness of desertification.
So campaigns of raising awareness about global issues and environmental problems, etc.
Yeah, I agree with everyone's opinion, but I actually think both initiatives go hand by hand. It's not just about the things that we can do in the individual level or just the things that can be done in the institutional level by the government or other organizations, even international organizations. I actually think that both things go hand by hand. But right now, the problem, or in my opinion, the biggest problem is that in the individual level, we are not willing to assume the cost that sustainability represents. Because that cost is beyond the economics. It's not in terms of money. It actually is in terms of effort. We have to change our behavior, and that's, I think, one of the major key issues right now, even for governments. Governments are not just about raising awareness generally, but to tackle or to think about the incentives driving individuals' choices. Why are we going to the supermarket instead of going to the local market? It's because it's easier. It's a fast solution, but sustainability is not fast. But it will be worthy. And I think it's a cost that we have to assume now.
Yes, exactly. For the next generation to provide a better future and a sustainable environment to live in. So here we have talked about all these environmental issues. So to wrap up, like a few point of views, everything starts with little steps that we can take at an individual level. Maximizing our well-being is important, but of course not at the detriment of our planet, our beautiful planet that we need to protect. So responsible consummation, but also production is very important. And also we mentioned about raising awareness about these environmental issues, not only among our friends, but at a more bigger level at the same time. It will remain key. Thank you very much for being here today, for your participation. It was a real pleasure having you. And let's do our best for the future to provide a sustainable environment for the next generation and for us. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It is now time for us to wrap up the Desertification and Drought Day event. You have probably heard the song Born from the Land by Ricky Cage. Because the DNDD event is being hosted here in Korea, we have arranged a song with traditional Korean instrument to close our show. Through sustainable production and responsible consumption in our daily lives, we hope to keep our beautiful earth, not only today, but in the future to come.
싶어 머물 곳이 있단 걸 지금 듣고 있는다는 우리 서 있는 지구 지금 세워진 곳 자연은 모든 것을 주지 우리 멈춰서 주위를 둘러봐 경이롭고 아름다워 풍요롭지 깨끗한 이물과 공기 동식물이 함께하는 지구가 주는 모든